Question number 1. We have rectangle. Okay. With the area of rectangle 38.7 square feet. The width is 4.5 feet. Okay. Length. Oh, we need to find length. Okay. All right. So area is equal. Area is equal length times width. Okay, we have width, we have area. So length from here is equal S area divided by width, which is going to be equal 38.7 divided by 4.5, and we get 8.6 feet. Question number 2. Perform indicated operations. 1000 minus 96. See where I'm writing 96? Because 1000 and decimal point comes here. So 96.25 points have to be lined up. Okay, so for 1000 after decimal point, I can put as many zeros as I want, because it's not going to change the value of the number. All right, so borrowing one from all the way from this one. Yes, from this one. 10 minus 5 is 5. Here we have all the way, we will have left 9. 9 minus 2 is 7. 9 minus 6 is 3. 9 minus 9 is 0. Here is 9. And we are getting 0 here. Or we don't write down anything because we borrowed from this one, right? So we get 903.75. Question number 3. Okay. Question number 3. $5.241 at 0.4. Okay, so let me write down 0.4 because my the decimal point here, so I put 0 here, decimal point lined up, and 4 here, right? Okay, and when I add, I'm getting 1, 4, 6, and 5. Question number 4. So here we have division. Number 4, we are going to divide 2.244, and we divide by 0.6. Okay. 2.244, and we divide by 0.6. The thing is, we cannot divide by number with decimal notation like this one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to, let me explain to you here to do some drafting. If I have 66 divided by 2, I'm getting 3, right? Now what if and that means 6 decimal point here, 6 decimal point here. Now I'm moving decimal point from here by one more position, move here, comes 60, meaning I multiplied by 10. And moving decimal position for 2 also, coming here, becoming 22. So I multiply 6 by 10 and 2 by 10. So 60 divided by 2, is it going to change anything? No, I'm getting same 3. Therefore, nothing will happen as long as I move and the divisor and what was the terminology? I forgot. So 2.224. So meaning I'm going to move these 2 by 1 position, multiply by 10, and I'm going to move 0.6 by 1 position, and I will get 6. As a result, I'm going to get 22.44 divided by 6. Now, we don't mind if we get 22.44, but we cannot have the 6 with decimal notation. Okay? All right, let's divide. Twenty-two divided by 6, how many times will fit? 3 times, right? 3 times 8, 3 times 6 is 18. Okay, let's subtract. 12 minus 8 is 4, and we reached here decimal notation. Therefore, I put here decimal notation, decimal point, right? Bringing down another 4. 44 divided by 6, it's going to be 7. 7 times 6, 42. If I subtract, here will be 2, bringing down this 4. 24 divided by 6 is 4. So the answer is 3.74. Okay, let me move on this side. Question number 5. What do we have here? We have x over 4 equal 8.03 . Okay, and we are given x is equal 32.12. Our work job is determine whether the given value is a solution of the given equation. So, shortly saying, we need to find out if 32.12 is a solution or not. Okay, so x divided by 4 is equal 8.03. So x from here is equal 8.03 times 4. How much I'm going to get? Let me see. 4 times 3 is 12. I'm starting backwards. 1 in mind. 4 times 0 is 0, and 1 will be 1. So here I have decimal already. In front of it, I put decimal. 4 times 8 is 32, which means we get green check mark because, yes, it is solution. Number 6. Evaluate the expression for x is equal 7.12, y is equal negative 0.6, and z is equal to 0.25. Okay. Okay. Organizing. Z divided by y, which means x is given just to confuse us, right? And from here we have z is equal 2.25 divided by negative 0.6. The answer is going to be negative. Now let's divide 2.25 divided by 0.6. Again, we can divide by decimal notation, so I'm going to move by one position here, which means multiplying by 10. And here also moving by one position, which means multiplying by 10. And as a result, we will get 22.5 divided by 6. So 22 divided by 6 is going to be 3 times 18, and 22 minus 18 is 4. Decimals comes down because it comes a decimal after that, bringing down 45 divided by 6, it's going to be 7, 42, and remainder is 3. So I can clearly add 0, because after decimal point you can add as many zeros at the end as you want. So 30 divided by 6 is 5. And the answer is negative 3.75. Okay? That's our quotient. Next one, let me clean this drafting. Question number 7. Division. We have to divide 1.104 divided by 0.023. Okay, so the number we are dividing by, see, it has decimal notation, therefore I have to move by 3 position, 1, 2, 3, which means here also I move by 3 position, 1, 2, 3, and we get 1104 divided by 23. Okay, 1104 dividing by 23. So 1 is not enough, I can divide by 23. 11 is not enough, I can divide by 23. 110, it's gonna fit 110 divided by 23, it's gonna be 4 times. 4 times 3 is 12, 1 in mind. 4 times 2 is 8, and 1 will be 9. So if we subtract, 10 minus 2 is 8. Here will be 0, right? Borrowing from here, 10 minus 9 is 1. Bringing down 4. What number I have to multiply by 3 to get at the end 4? 8. 8 times 3 is 24. Okay, let's try. 8 times 3, 24, 2 in mind. 8 times 2, 16, and 2, 18. Bingo. So we are getting 48. Okay. Let me clean this drafting. Moving to question number 8. Negative 7.3 divided by negative 1000. Here is trick about dividing and multiplying by 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, and so on, as long as 1 and zeros there. So let's see. I have 6. 6 meaning 6.0, right? Or 6. Decimal notation. If I want to multiply by 10, what am I doing? This 6, put the point here. I'm moving by 1 position. Why 1 position? Because in 10 I have only 1 0, and I'm getting 60. I have 6 again, multiplying by 1,000 this time. So 6, the point is here. So I have to move by 3 position because I have 3 zeros. 1, 2, 3. And the answer is 6,000. So if you move by each position, you move to the right, you multiply by 10. Move by 2 positions, you multiply by 100. Move by 3 positions, you multiply by 1,000, and so on. And accordingly, if you move by to the left, then you are dividing. by 10, by 100, by 1,000, 10,000, and so on. So we have 6, let's say, dividing by 10. It's going to be 6 position is here, right? So I'm moving to the left. So point comes here, 0.6. 6 dividing by 1,000. It's going to be 6 point here. So I'm moving to the left by 3 position. 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be 0.006. Okay? Let's do our problem. Negative 7.3. So we're dividing negative by negative. It's getting positive. And 7.3 we are dividing, which means we have to move by 3 position. 1, 2, 3. Will come here. And the answer is going to be 0.0073. Okay? Let me clean this. Question number 9. Negative 3.392 divided by 6.4. Okay, so I'm dividing by this number. It has one division, it has a decimal notation, so I need to move it, right? Avoid the decimal notation. So moving by 1 position here, that will give me 64, which means here also I'm moving by 1 position, will give me negative 33. So let me rewrite clean. Negative 33.92 divided by 64. As long as this number doesn't have decimal notation, we are good. Okay, let's divide now. So first of all, answer is negative. And 33.92 dividing by 64. All right, let's see. 33 is not 33. You can divide by 64 because it's smaller number, right? That means we are taking 9. 339. Okay, well, 33 we can't divide. I put here 0 because the whole number is ending. Here is decimal notation, that's why. But in previous cases, like here, I didn't put 0 because the whole, the 1,104 was whole number. So if your if you are hitting decimal notation, then you have to react. If you couldn't divide, then you put 0. Okay, so decimal notation. So using now 339 divided by 64, let me see, 33 divided by 6, I'm taking first 2 divided by 6, it's going to be 5 times, right? Let's try. 5 times 4 is going to be 20, 2 in mind. 5 times 6 is 30, and 2, 32. Minus 9, 3 minus 2 is 1, and bringing down 2. 192 divided by 64. So 19, if we divide by 6, how many times? 3 times, okay. 3 times 4 is 12, 1 in mind. 3 times 6 is 18, and 1, 19. 0. So we get 0.53. Okay, dokie. Question number 10. Negative 3.212 divided by 0.44. 0.44. So again, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? And I'm going to get negative 321.2 dividing by 44. Okay. Equal negative 321.2 divided by 44. So 32 is not divisible by 44. 321 dividing by 44, which means I'm taking first two numbers, divide by this one. It's going to be 8. But since I have here also 4, I think it's going to go overflow over 321. So let me take 7. We'll see if it works better. 7 times 4 is 28, 2 in mind. 7 times 4 is 28 and 2, 30. How I'm going to know if I can't pick 8, if it's 8 too much? So remainder that we'll get, let me see, 11 minus 8 is 3. Here I have left 1, okay, 13. So if this remainder is less than this number, then you picked enough times. That means 8 would not fit. Okay, that's how you recognize it. Okay. Since we use all 3 digits, whole number up to decimal point, then I'm putting here also decimal point. Because after that is coming decimal notation. 132 divided by 44. So if I take 13 and divide by 4, it's going to be 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12, 1 in mind. 3 times 4 is 12 and 1, 13. We get 0. So it's going to be negative 7.3. Let me clean this. Drafting. Okay, question number 11. $440 and 13th we divide by 10,000. Okay, well, let's see. 44013 dividing by 10,000. I told you when we are dividing by number with zeros, 1 with 0, so we are going, in the case of division, we are moving to the left by as many positions as many zeros are there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so from here I'm moving to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the answer is going to be 0.044013. Okay, next one. Question number 12. $58.4 dividing by 4. Okay. So let's see, taking 5. 5 divided by 4 is 1. 1 times 4 is 4. Difference is 1. Bringing down 18. 18 divided by 4 is 4 times, right? 4 times 4, 16. Now, 8 times 6 is 2, because after 8 we have the decimal position, so here also we put decimal position. 24 divided by 4 is 6. Okay, so the answer is 14.6. Question number 13. We have 0.01161 dividing by 2.58. All right, so since we have here 2 decimal positions, so I'm going to rewrite 258, right? And here also I'm going to rewrite by 2 positions to the right. It's going to be 1.161. Okay, let's see. 1 divided by 258, you can't divide, we put 0, and decimal notation, we put also. 11 is not divisible by 258, so it's going to be another 0. 116, also not divisible, it's going to be another 0. And finally, when we have 1161, let me see, how many times? Let's try 11 divided by 2. If I take these first two numbers, 11 divided by 2, it's going to be 5. Okay, let's try. If it's too much, then we can always reduce to 4. 5 times 8, 40. 4 in mind. 5 times 5, 25. And 4, 29. 2 in mind. 5 times 2 is 10. And 2, 12. Okay, so it's getting too much. Therefore, I am going down. Instead of 5, I'm taking 4. And guys, I am doing this on purpose so you can follow my thought how you should do it, and not to be afraid to take number that you are not sure what it's going to be. Okay, taking 4. 4 times 8, 32, frame in mind. 4 times 5, it's going to be 20, and 3 going to be 23, 2 in mind. 4 times 2 is 8, and 2 is 10. Bingo. Okay? And if we subtract, 11 minus 2 is 9. 5 minus 3 is 2. 1 minus 0 is 0. And, 1 minus 0 is 1. And that's it. So I'm bringing down 0. See, 129 is less than 258. Right? Which means we took enough times, 4 times. Next, I'm going to add some 0 here with no problem, because I already have here point, right? So 1290, since last number is 0, which number I have to multiply by 8 to get with 0, to get number with 0? The only choice we have is 5. And 5 times the first number 2 is 10, and we have 12. So looks like it's going to fit. Let's try. 5 times 8, 40. 4 in mind. 5 times 5, 25, and 4, 29. Well, looks like we're getting in good shape. 5 times 2 is 10, and 2, 12. Okay, we're done. So it's going to be 0.0045. Next one, number 14. Evaluate expression for z equal negative 2.1. We need to evaluate z squared, which means negative 2.1 squared, which is equal negative 2.1 times negative 2.1. Okay? So negative 2.1 times negative 2.1. So we are going to get positive. Negative times negative is positive, just multiplying. 2.1. So since it's 1, I'm getting 21. 2 times 1 is 2, and 2 times 2 is 4. We are getting 1, 4, 4. And we have total 2 decimal points, right? My decimal is here, 1, 2, 4.41 with positive sign. Moving to question number 15. So we need to find the area of rectangle. So we have rectangle. With this 1/5 yard. Length is 0.34 yard. Well, what is interesting here, look, one measurement is in a simple fraction, the other measurement is in decimal notation. We need to find the area. So, and the area is asking to be in decimal notation. Therefore, 1 over 5, it's going to be 1 divided by 5, and it's going to be 0.2. So from here, S is equal length times width. My length is 0.34 times width is 0.2. It's equal 34 times 2. It's going to be 68, right? My point is here. How many decimals total I have? 1, 2, 3. So I'm coming backwards. 1, 2, and 3. So it's going to be 0.068. Question number 16. We have 1/4 negative 8.9 minus 2.3. To remind you, when both numbers are negative, we need to add and the sign will be negative, right? So I'm going to add them, 8.9 and 2.3. I will put the reference to the template based on how to add or subtract. So whoever needs to refresh memory can use it. So when we add, 9 plus 3 is 12, 1 in mind, 8 plus 2 is 10, and 1, 11. Okay. Decimal notation comes, decimal notation comes here, right? All right. Now we have 1/4 times 11.2. So it's, I would say it's easier to convert 1/4 into decimals. So 1/4, it's equal 1 divided by 4, right? Let's divide. 1 divided by 4. So 1 you can divide by 4, it's going to be 0. Yes. Then adding 0. 10 divided by 4 is 2. 2 times 4 is 8. Remainder is 2, adding one more 0. 20 divided by 4 is 5. So 0.25. So this is equal 0.25 times 11.2. Okay? So 11, so look, 11.2, I have 3 digits, 0, 25, I have 2 and 5, 2 digits, it's not 0. So I'm going to write down less digits at the bottom because I will have to multiply only twice, right? 0.25. Okay, 5 times 2 is 10, 1 in mind, 5 times 1 is 5, and 1 will be 6. 5 times 1 is 5. Next, 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 2. 0, adding them up. 6 plus 4 is 10. 1 in mind. 5 plus 2 is 7. And 1 will be 8. And here is 2. How many decimals? 1, 2, 3. 3 decimals coming back. 1, 2, 3. 2.8. So it's going to be, actually it's going to be negative. Hold on. I didn't put negative. It's going to be negative 2.8. Okay? Question number 17. What do we have here? 4 plus 0.33 divided by negative 2. Okay, first step. 4 plus 0.33. 4 is whole number and we have 0 whole number, so it's going to be 4.33. And now we need to divide by -2. Our result is going to be negative because positive, negative, it's going to be negative. So 4.33 divided by 2. It's going to be 2 times 2 is 4. Put the whole the decimal point. And then bringing down 3. 3 divided by 2 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. Subtract, it's going to be 3. 13 divided by 2 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. Subtract, it's going to be 1. And 10 divided by 2 is 5. So the answer is negative 2.165. Moving question number 18. All right. What do we have? 2/5 minus 3 times 8.7. Okay, let's multiply 8.7 by 3. As you can see, I put 3 underneath rather than writing 3 times 8.7. Because 8.7 has 2 digits, I have to multiply twice. But here I have 3, only 1 digit, so I will multiply only once, right? Make sense? So making easier. 3 times 7, 21, 2 in mind. 3 times 8, 24, and 2, 26. 1 decimal only, so here we come, 26.1. Okay, now we need to convert 2.5, convert into decimal. So I'm dividing 2 by 5. 0, right? 0, adding 0, 20 divided, okay, let me put 0, bringing down 2, and I'll add 0 here. 20 divided by 5 is 4. Okay, so we are getting 0.4 minus 26.1. Okay, so it's going to be definitely negative, right? And 26.1 minus 0.4, decimal under decimal point. 11 minus 4 is 7, here left 5, decimal point. Here is 2, 25.7. Okay, it's equal negative 25.7. Okay, cleaning, drafting. Here also getting rid of it. Question number 19. Okay, what do we have? Round to the nearest tenth. 0.45. When we have here this line, that means it's equal 0.45454545, and so on. Okay? And it says round till nearest tenth. This is our tenth, and this is our hundredth. So if I round till nearest tenth, let me clean this. It's going to be equal 0.5 because hundredths is 5. When you have 5, then previous number, it's going to be rounded higher. And I'm going to put here approximate sign of approximation because it's not precise. Next one, number 20. Round the decimal to the nearest hundred. 0.8125. This is okay, this is our 10, this is hundreds, this is thousands, and this is 10,000. So we need till 100, so which means up to here. So since after 1 we have 2, that means I'm not rounding up, and it's going to be approximately 0.81. 21. Right, the fraction is decimal. Okay. We have 83 over 125. Okay, so 83 dividing 125. So 83 divided by 125 is 0, right? So putting points here, putting points here. Okay, so 0, 83, adding 0 here, 830 divided by 12. So I'm taking 8, well, 83, let's say, divided by 12. How many times? 6 times. 6 times 12 is 72. So things, let's see. 6 times 5 is 30, 3 in mind. 6 times 2 is 12, and 3 is going to be 15, 1 in mind. 6 times 1 is 6, and 1, 7. Yeah, looks like that's it, because I have 3. So 13 minus 5, 8, and 7 will be gone. So we'll see. So this is 0. 13 minus 5 is 8. Well, this one is 0. So we are getting a remainder 80. Let me add one more 0. Excuse me. So it's going to be 6. One more time, because 800, 750. We are getting 50. And divided by 0. How many times? 4 times this one. Gonna be 500, and we are done. So it's gonna be 0.664. Okay. 22. Right, it's a decimal, 6 and 3 over 20. Okay, so it's a decimal. 6 is a whole number, so 6 is gonna stay there. And we don't bother to touch 6 anymore. So 3 over 20, well, I'm dividing. 3 divided by 20. Gonna be 0, right? Decimal point. Decimal point. So it's gonna be 0. 3, adding 0. 30 divided by 20 is 1 times 20. Remainder is 10. 100 divided by 20 is 5. So it's going to be 6 point, because I have 0.15, so 0.15 and plus 6, it's going to be 6.15, I'm sorry. 15 plus 6 is going to be 6.15. Okay? Solving question 23. We have total 24 questions to solve, 23, 24, and we are done. So write as an equivalent decimal, 7 over 11. Dividing 7 over 11, 0 right away, decimal, decimal, and then 0. So 70 divided by 11. It's going to be 6, 66, right? 10 minus 6 is 4. 40 divided by 11, it's going to be 3 times, 33. Subtract, it's going to be 70. Okay, again 70, it's going to be 6. 66. And then again 40, which means again 3. 33. And so on. Again 60. 70. So it's going to be approximately 0.63, and this line, because it's repeating, it's going to be 63, 63, 63. Yes? Last one, 7 over 16. Seven over 16. So 0 times, right? 70 divided by 16, how many times? Let's see, 70 by 16. 5 times 30, 90, no, it's not working. 4 times. 24, 24 and 4, 60 something. Okay, 4 times. 4 times 6, 24, 2 in mind. 4 times 1 is 4 and 2, 64. Okay, remainder is 6. Adding 0. 60 divided by 16. 3 times 16, 48. 5 times 16, 80. So it's going to be 3 times. 48. 10 minus 8 is 2. 5 minus 4 is 1. 120. Okay, 120. 5 times, it's going to be 30, 80, 6 times. I guess 6 times, huh? Let's see. 6 times 6, 36. 3 in mind. 6 times 1 is 6. And 3 going to be 9. 10 minus 6 is 4. 11 minus 4 is 74. Wow. It's not going to work because this number is greater than this one, which means I can take next higher. So it's going to be 7. Yes? I'm going to take 7. 7 times 6, 42. 4 in mind. 7 times 1 is 7. And 4 is going to be 11. Now this is perfect. 10 minus 2 is 8. And that's it. So 80 divided by 16. Now this one is 5. And we are getting 0.4375. This is going to be remainder 0. Okie dokie. We are done. So let me delete this. All right, I'll put in the at the end of the recording this some basic math operations so you can practice with conversion, whole number, the improper fraction to proper fraction, decimal notation, and so on. See you next video.